the hidden food additive that may damage your gut. What if a common ingredient in everyday packaged foods acted inside your gut the same way dish soap removes grease from a pan? Dish soap works by breaking down and stripping away oily protective layers. A similar process may occur in the digestive system when certain food additives interact with the protective mucus lining of the intestines. This mucus layer is extremely important. It acts as a barrier that separates trillions of gut bacteria from the intestinal wall and bloodstream. In modern processed foods, a group of additives called emulsifiers is widely used. Their purpose is simple. They help oil and water mix together, giving foods a smoother texture, a creamy mouthfeel, and a longer shelf life. Common examples include polysorbate 80, carboxymethylcellulose, carrageenan, and mono and diglycerides. These compounds appear in many packaged products, such as ice cream, chocolate bars, salad dressings, plant-based milk, bread, protein bars, peanut butter, coffee creamers, mayonnaise, and even infant formula. From a food manufacturing perspective, emulsifiers improve stability and texture. However, from a biological perspective, researchers have begun examining how these compounds interact with the gut environment. The intestinal lining relies on a thick mucus layer to maintain separation between gut microbes and the epithelial cells of the intestine. This barrier is a key part of the immune defense system. When it remains intact, bacteria stay in the gut lumen, where they belong. Some experimental studies suggest that certain emulsifiers can alter this protective barrier. In animal models, exposure to emulsifiers such as polysorbate 80 has been associated with changes in gut microbiota, increased intestinal permeability, and metabolic disturbances, including weight gain and impaired glucose regulation. More recently, controlled human research has begun to explore these effects. A study published in 2024 reported that consuming foods containing emulsifiers for only 2 weeks altered the composition of the gut microbiome and allowed bacteria to move closer to the intestinal lining. Although this does not prove direct disease causation, it raises important questions about how long-term exposure may influence gut health. When bacteria or bacterial components cross a weakened intestinal barrier, the immune system can interpret them as threats. This may trigger low-grade inflammation within the gut. Over time, chronic inflammation may interfere with nutrient absorption
and contribute to symptoms such as bloating, digestive discomfort, fatigue, or cognitive symptoms like brain fog.
It is important to note that research in this field is still evolving, and many findings come from laboratory or animal studies. However, the growing evidence has increased scientific interest in the relationships between highly processed foods and gastrointestinal health. One practical strategy recommended by many health professionals is to reduce reliance on ultra-processed foods
and focus more on minimally processed whole foods.
This approach naturally lowers exposure to food additives while supporting a healthier gut environment. Understanding what goes into our food is an important step toward protecting long-term metabolic and digestive health.
Thank you for watching.